I come from a land of sand and mountains, a land where the skies are crisp cerulean blue, and the people are of every shade and creed. I love my home of New Mexico, but I love my art more. With all the beauty and diversity in my state, many aren't diverse in their thinking. Few believing that art can be more than a hobby. So, I uprooted myself. I was expected to follow a path that many have taken, including my parents, a traditional career route. Although I agree teaching in the Army are much steadier occupations, if you don't love what you do, is the stability of your job worth it? My mom was forced from her dream of being a marine biologist and self-proclaimed surfer girl living in beautiful California by my loving but protective grandmother. She, like many others, refused to see my mother's dream as a possible reality. Staying in my small hometown, my mom became a teacher. In choosing to stay, she now resents the job she was forced into. And she promised to me that her fate would not be my own. When I came to her telling her my desire of being a filmmaker, she was incredibly supportive and loving. My dad, on the other hand, was hesitant, even asking me if I'd set upon the same path as him and join the Army. That was met with a stomach-gripping laugh and a resounding no. But he eventually saw my unrelenting devotion for filmmaking, and now he is just as supportive as my mom. The passion I have for film is indescribable, but isn't one I share alone. People everywhere find solace in it. Movies are a catharsis, and that's what I love about them. Theologist John Cobb once said, "Art has the power to transform, redeem, and unify." Some say that the universal language is music. I believe that it is film. There's a type of magic in seeing someone else's life unfold in front of your eyes that everyone can identify with, no matter where you come from. Film has this extraordinary ability to portray that was all familiar to us in a very new and unfamiliar way. Films encourage anxiety, and they can show us the deepest parts of ourselves and the most vulnerable. Movies have the ability to lift away the burdens of reality and transport you to an idyllic way of life, one filled with beautiful people and places where love never dies. They have the power to create a world completely new and independent of our own. All my life, I've wanted to create a world in which someone can lose themselves completely. But for that, I would need to learn the technical elements. I looked for a school that not only would give me an education I strive for, but a worldly education as well. I looked at schools close to my home and family, and none seemed to fit the bill. I had the privilege of coming to the city many times, and I fell in love. I fell in love with the art and the melting pot of different cultures. I fell in love with the city, and I vowed that one day I would make it my city.